Welcome back to Fern Stone. A local customer dropped this off after attempting their very first custom build. They plugged everything in, but it completely refuses to boot. The first thing I noticed was this cooler master fan was not attached correctly and kind of just hanging out here. After removing the fan, I discovered the customer has put their RAM in slot 1 and 3 instead of the required slot 1 and slot 2 formation. Another strange thing I discovered is these GPU power cables are not from the same PSU. You can see a clear difference between them, and as we all know, you never mix other PSU leads with other brands, as they operate at different configs. So before proceeding, let's take a closer look at the power supply unit.
Taking a look at our power supply unit, this is a EVGA 650G2, meaning those cables are almost certainly original, as EVGA was known to mix flat cables with braided cables. But we will pull this unit out and make sure everything is connected properly. Okay, and right off the bat I can spot a loose cable, not snugly seated, and it appears to be the VGA power cable. So I am going to go ahead and seat it correctly and double check the rest of the connections here. Now I am checking for error codes, and oh no, CPU error light has come on. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Is their socket good or bad on the motherboard underneath this processor? And just lifting this CPU, it feels firm and stuck. And oh, there is a few bent pins here. Not as bad as I had imagined, but let's get a close-up for you all. So we have found all our bent pins here is one and few more down there. Now we will correct the bends very carefully using a pair of tweezers. We are just being careful to lift up the bent pins, and please note never apply too much pressure, as they are known to just snap clean off the board. Now that the pins are now correctly aligned, we can try re-adding the CPU and see if that CPU error goes away. And honestly, everyone right off the bat, it fits a lot easier and doesn't grip the socket as much. Let's add the thermal paste and the cooler and test our fix. And there we go, we have life. Now let's wait and hope the motherboard can memory train itself. Let's go, we have a post, the system lives. Now, let's get everything back in and test all his remaining components to make sure they were not affected. And there we go, we have revived this customer's gaming PC, and they can now go back to gaming. Just a note in this screenshot, you can see it says GeForce 310. This is due to the customer's GPU failing on him. But after this, I hooked him up with a brand new RTX 3060 GPU for his rig, and he loves it. Thank you all for tuning into this repair. I hope to catch you all in the next video. Peace.